Edwards on the drive, goes inside the floor. Scoops it up. Booker brings the boom.
And we're back for another NBA playoff edition Hardwood show here on the Run Pure Sports YouTube channel. Two-man booth as usual with the man, the myth, the legend, Big T, getting ready to talk about his Denver Nuggets. You can hear the table just kind of roaring. I heard it in the background here from Big T. He's ready to go talking Nuggets, but we got to talk about last night. Shout out
to talk about this message right out of the gate, because I was wondering, why is Booker still bringing the boom? We're wondering too, Mr. Drunk Guy.
It's it's
the bid.
That is not my lane. That's not Tony's lane. That is someone else's lane, and it is not ours. So
Booker
you
never brings the boom, though.
Never. Some people thought he did at one point in time, but he hasn't in a while. So that's all I'll say there. But Tony, we had some games yesterday, interesting games. Luke Cornett was the Boston Celtics unsung hero. I don't think anybody, I know myself, did not see that one happening here. Kristaps Porzingis crushed everyone's dreams again. If you played him, then I'm sorry. And yeah, Minnesota got the job done like we thought. So, by the way, do you think Draymond knows that the spread was 10.5 yesterday?
I mean, the quote was, right, or whatever he had going on. I don't know what he had going on at the end of that.
No, because he got fined fined for yelling at
the in too. Big Mahrez, we're getting a dub tonight, baby. We're not
shout
going
out
home
Adam
tonight.
Mahrez. Yes, sir. Got the podcast with legs. Get some nuggets for the Nuggets. Are we going to get some nuggets here?
Mahrez, do you talk with legs tonight? We need some mojo.
Tony needs some confidence. I think he's wavering a little bit.
Mahrez on here to talk about the Nuggets. Where are you at, Mahrez? We need you on here talking about the Nuggets with us. You got to keep hope alive. We blew
this, Mahrez. He has no faith. He has no faith in your team. Even though, Mahrez,
no,
I heard that you had the Clippers in that series against the Nuggets. I heard that. I was very disappointed that I heard that.
Before that first series, he's the Clippers, they're so good. He's a pessimist. He's always been a pessimist, but he learns. Yoke figures stuff out.
Well, hopefully he's on them tonight, because I feel like we're going to be in agreement on that game. Hopefully. We'll see. I don't know.
He said I had the Thunder at 6, though. His legs coming to your studio? That's pretty sweet. The DNVR, the bar?
Oh, that's awesome.
Is he coming tonight? That's pretty sweet.
All right. Well, hopefully maybe Mahrez will throw a nugget in or two with legs later if he's going to do the show later today at the DNVR. But Tony, we got a bunch of stuff to talk about here. I was just making the joke about Draymond with his getting fined for making the comments about betting, but I'm sure he knew the spread was 10.5 yesterday.
They showed him on the bench too, talking about it, I thought.
Yeah, no, he was yelling at the refs not last game, the game before, and that's why he got fined. Yeah, he got fined like
game too, though. Even last night, I think he does it on purpose just to like instigate. I saw him like doing that stuff, like where I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, dude, he knows fishy shit happens. Like Draymond's not stupid. Like he knows. He knows what he's doing. He's instigating. That's what Draymond does.
Played tough last night too. They showed a lot of heart. I thought they'd get crushed. I mean, they did get crushed, but they showed up, and Jimmy was the one that was disappointing the whole series, really. And he started to make excuses. A lot of I don't know. It wasn't Jimmy like. You think he just knew?
I think Steph getting injured really crushed Jimmy. I think it just
he went
really
from knowing he had a chance to just no chance in his head.
Yeah, when you hear Jimmy talk about how the best player is not himself on another team, that's when you know it's like, okay, Yeah, you know it. Like, and
He's got
then
a
he
lot of
goes
tread on
down.
his tires too. To be fair, he's got a lot of battles in those scars in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm sure he was playing banged up, but like you've said before, like everyone's banged up in the playoffs. It's the playoffs. Like everyone's playing a little banged up and stuff like that. It's just that's what happens. And that fall was bad. Like that fall, like normal people wouldn't be playing in a basketball game that quickly after they fall like that. Tony, you'd be out for weeks
I mean,
after
I
a
would
fall
never
like
fall
that.
like that because I'm not going in there and jumping for a board like that.
But I'm saying if you
There's
did,
a reason that you don't get injured when you don't jump. There's advantages to not jumping.
another reason why you love Jokic is because you guys have the same vert. It's
That's why Jokic isn't getting hurt. He's
I
in there
saw
not jumping.
I saw something funny yesterday on Twitter. Someone tweeted out like now all the old heads who are talking up Larry Bird, it all makes sense to me. 30 years from now, I'll be trying to explain why Jokic with a 3-inch vertical was the best player ever and stuff like that. Like he'll
Getting
be
mad
fighting.
at some newer person.
Yeah, he'll be getting mad. He'll start fighting. I was just like,
It's gonna
dude,
definitely be me.
that is exactly right, though. You're 100% right. Like 30 years from now, we'll be arguing that Jokic was like the best center ever, and it's not
The
even
best
close
player
with
ever.
or the best player ever if you're Tony.
They're gonna be like, look at this film. What are you talking about, Grandpa?
yeah, exactly.
Dude
You're gonna
doesn't
be
jump
like,
and he shoots it over the top of his head. Somber shuffle.
yeah, you're just gonna be getting looked at sideways. It's the way you look at though the people that tell you that Larry Bird or
I
it's the
definitely
same
look
way.
at it about Larry Bird.
Yeah, it's the same way. It's 100% the same
People
way.
that laugh at me when I say Jokic is better than Bird. People actually think Larry Bird's better than him. It's funny to me.
Oh, you love it too when people start arguing with you about that stuff. That shit.
Just because I know that they like think I'm an idiot and I think they're an idiot, and it's like we're both dead certain the other person's an idiot, so it makes for a good talk.
Binaire. Stop, dude. Jalen Brunson's out there elbowing dudes in the
Grab
nuts.
him by
Like,
the
get
piece.
out of here.
He said,
Get
grab him by
outta
the
here.
piece.
Get out of here with your little piece. I don't
Grab
want to
him
hear
by
it
the
from you.
piece.
God. And Cat, no one makes more dumber fouls than first of all, the Jalen Brunson thing was wild because he had like, what was it, 5 fouls in 1 quarter or something like that. It was absolutely insane. But like Cat, I mean,
Cat
no one
gets
makes
the dumbest fouls in
stupider.
all of the NBA.
I've never seen it. Literally the dumbest
He's
fouls
like a
I've ever
bull in
seen.
the china shop, dude. Like he can't help himself.
Even like the couple calls that go his way, he'll like just bull into people. Where
Yes.
I don't know how it's not a charge. Like
Because
Drew
they feel
Holiday.
bad. They can't just call it every time.
Dude, I think it was Drew Holiday. He took one in the 3rd quarter to the chest. I mean, you couldn't take like a harder, just like boom. He falls back. They call it a foul on him. And I'm just sitting there going, that is the definition of a charge. Like if I ever seen one. And I hate the flop. So like if I think a guy's flopping, I'm cool with them getting called for a foul. But he got just ran over. And also, by the way, he owned Cat. He literally,
Cat
Drew Holiday,
stinks.
six
Everyone
foot,
owns Cat.
6'2", 6'3", whatever Drew Holiday is, just absolutely owned Cat. I loved how they switched it up though, Tony. Did you notice that? Like Jaylen Brown was playing on Brunson more, and they put Drew Holiday more on Cat.
Yeah,
I love that switch up. That was
it's what the Nuggets always did with Jamal. They'd put Jamal on Cat because Cat's a huge softie.
And Jalen's got more length and probably a little easier at disturbing Brunson.
Definitely.
Like I'm not saying you stop Jalen Brunson, but it's
Length is
harder.
going to bother him more than like speed and agility
and physicality, dude.
Yeah.
Physicality doesn't bother Jalen Brunson. So if you're like his size, but you're physical, that shit doesn't bother you. And
he
also
wants it to be that way. He wants
and also, if that's the case, just put Peyton Pritchard on him. Like he's not gonna block his shot. Like
you
he's
can
just
put
gonna,
anyone on Cat, literally.
I mean, Drew Holiday is perfect. Derek White, even like
I'd put you on Cat.
You wouldn't put Peyton Pritchard on Cat.
I'd put anyone on Cat. He's not going to post him up. He's not a post up guy.
Stop it. You would not put Peyton Pritchard on Cat. I don't want to hear
I'd put
it.
anyone on him. He's not posting anyone up. Never in his career, even at Kentucky, did he just go to the post. He doesn't post.
He's well, the problem with Cat though is like he doesn't know what to do when he does post even. Like
Because
he doesn't like
soft. He's a huge softy.
yeah, that's why he
I
shoots
put
those
Bean there on Cat. I'll tell you who's not soft though. Julius Randle is a man. He's earning my respect. Julius Randle's a beast.
Shooting up the charts for
I didn't like
us
Randle
here.
either. I'll be honest. He's impressed me. That shows you I'm not stubborn.
I've never liked Randle. And stuff, but
he's got that playoff like chippiness that you need. And he smile. I love when guys smile at the crowd because they just know they're owning you. Like when he's got that just smile and he's just looking, like I love that. He's climbing my chart in a hurry.
I mean, if he keeps playing like this, he's gonna be close to the top soon. If he keeps playing like this.
There's no way we could have seen that. Him and Ant are like on level playing field so far in the playoffs. Like it's been.
I'm telling you though, it's the way Ant is. Like Ant wants him to be level with him.
I'm sure
he wants
does,
that
because it makes it easier.
Like I'm telling you, just the way he talks up, even the way he has Rudy's back after Rudy will miss like 6 layups in a row, and I'm like, dude, you must be just a really good teammate. Because
everyone loves Ant,
if that was my teammate, actually, I've had like really tall guys that couldn't make layups on my teams before. And I'll like literally
big guys that suck are the worst.
And I'll literally go in there and just rip them apart. Like, how do you miss a layup? You're 6'7".
How do you not catch the ball?
Yeah. I got great stories about like when dudes would catch the like big dudes wouldn't catch the ball.
Worst.
I would just fire it at their like nose and just literally like get them right.
Hit them in the nose because they can't catch. Bigs are the worst. I'm so anti-big. It's painful.
And you're a big. That's the funniest part about the whole thing.
I never played big though. I hate bigs.
You just love Jokic, but again,
because Jokic not a big.
Yeah,
he is a big, but he's not.
This is true.
He's playing on the top of the key all game.
I mean, he's literally like the point guard at 7
feet. It is why he's the best, though, because he's a big that doesn't play like a big. He plays like a normal
person. He's not athletic. Yeah. Like he's literally just the opposite of what you would think.
And he's too big to guard. No one can guard him because he's just too big.
But Randall's different. Randall's like he just I don't know he just has a different, and I think it's more confidence that's been fed to him by Ant. Exactly.
And the team. I mean, the team's got a lot of swag. McDaniels has a lot of swag too, but it all comes from Ant's the best, man. Ant. I'm not an Ant like lover or anything, but I love his attitude. I said that last year when they beat Denver. Everyone loves him. He's the type of guy that can whoop you too, taunt you, make fun of you, and you still like him. Dude, because it's just how he is.
When I came out there last year and I told everyone way before even the playoffs, like in the regular season, I was like, no, like Ant's like the best player in the NBA right now. Like, and you guys all made fun of me. It was literally because I just loved the way he would just trash people. Like he would just trash people. Like he would go. He let you know. So like if he dunked on you, he wouldn't just like flex to the crowd. He would flex to you. He would point at you. He'd let you know. He'd be saying shit to you.
And to everyone too. It's not scrubs. It's the top guys.
Everybody. And he wanted all this. And I love that. I was like that, dude, that's how all the superstars in my mind, I wish they all were like that. I get that they aren't because some don't have it.
You can't fake being like that. It's genuine. It's genuine in there. And a lot of guys don't have that.
It's just the killer, like just absolute
and
killer.
Just having fun out there. Just it's a fun game. Even when the coach was getting all up in his ass, which I love that the coach does that too. I'm drawing a blank on his name.
I mean, that tells you a lot about Ant, though, that he can do that.
And the coach, like I love, because you got to hold those guys accountable or you lose the team, and he takes it, and that's how it should be.
But a lot of players won't take it, Tony. So that's my point. Like the players in the NBA, in a way, the superstars, they kind of run the show no matter what. So like if they don't do it, they just won't feed into that coach, and then that coach eventually will.
And if they don't like the coach, they can get you out at any time. So if they just stop listening, I got news for you. Ant's not leaving, so someone's leaving. I don't care who the coach is. It could be anybody. If they
Cat
just don't want to listen to you, you got no chance.
God, Cat was probably a VIP at the Titty Bar.
I would guarantee he was. Wait till the videos come out. That dude was he was the Mount Rushmore of those parties, I bet.
He's a Mount Rushmore of those parties.
Cat is the worst. Oh man. I think it's one of the reasons, seriously, I've liked Minnesota more this year, even coming in, because Cat's not on there. I still hate Gobert, don't get me wrong. But the rest of the team,
dude,
the rest of them.
I got a question. So if you could swap out any center, not like Jokic, but like someone on par with Rudy, but like what would be like your like Daniel Gafford or like
Luke Cornett?
Stop it.
I don't know. Anybody.
Luke
Who's the
Cornett.
Utah Jazz guy that they already traded for him? Can we trade back?
Who? Kessler?
Yeah, let's just trade back. I'd make that trade back.
You would? You'd make that trade in a heartbeat?
I would, yeah, absolutely. I would. He's decent.
Yeah, he's
I would
solid.
not. There's one guy I actually wouldn't trade before him, Clint Capella. I wouldn't trade. I'd stay with Rudy.
I'd take Okongwu in a heartbeat.
Oh,
if I could get Okongwu.
Okongwu's good.
Yeah, but I'm saying like he's kind of like Rudy Gobert's like he's $200 million contract guy. Like Okongwu, it's kind of similar. I would take Okongwu in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
Oh my god,
everyone would.
Zubac, not even. Yeah, Zubac for sure. I would take
that's not it. Some aren't even. That's where these teams get in trouble. Like if they didn't have a max deal for Rudy, man, they would think of what they could do with that money.
Oh my God. All right, Wendell Carter Jr. Now we're just crossing a line here. We can't go back. Once we do this, we can't go back, Chris.
Start naming every center in basketball. Zeke Naji. I'll take Zeke.
I lied. Zeke Naji.
I honestly would take about anyone over Gobert, though. There's not many. Capella is one of the only few ones I wouldn't.
Oh God, you take Wendell Carter Jr. You would.
I agree with you that that's more of the joke territory where it's not like realistic. But any realistic trade that's anywhere close, I would take.
Let's see here. Thought about suspending myself from DFS after playing Zinger and
Zinger and Cat.
I'll tell you right now, if you played one of them, you probably still felt like you might need a suspension from DFS for a day. If you played both of them, I don't blame you. I don't blame you, man.
I somehow played Zinger. I'll admit it. I've talked about a lot of my good takes the last couple of weeks. I had some bad takes yesterday. I wasn't going to play him all day. Even I had my stuff up on the site for the people that saw it, and he wasn't in there. I still might not have put him in my core. I don't know if I did or not. He wasn't in my team all day though, because I didn't think he was going to start. And then when he started and someone in our Discord posted that he was looking awesome in warm-ups, I'm like, God dang it, I'm going to have to play him at 5K. And I regretted it all night. It just shows you do not ever go against what you – I should never play Cat and I should never play Zinger no matter what.
What's funny is I actually – once he came in that starting lineup, I was like, there's no way I'm playing this dude. He's going to be 100% owned. I was like,
he was the second highest owned guy on the slate.
Yeah, on a 2-game slate, and I was like, I can't, because I know that, like, dude, we've seen it now enough. I've been burned enough.
That's because I didn't put him in. I just looked back. I didn't have him in my core. That's why my core was good, because Zinger was on my team though, so but it wasn't good with my core.
Yeah, I mean the cores were fine. It's just because Zinger wasn't really in many, I don't think.
The Game of Thrones walk of shame. That's how I feel. You just said how I feel.
Shame. That is definitely how Tony
feels. I should have to walk up and down the street and just. You
should have to write your name on that piece of paper you have. That's what you should have to do. You should.
Hold on, let's see what it says.
Right below JSU.
How are these predictions looking, baby? Where are they at? JSU, Porzingis, Steph, no more games.
Now write your name right below it. Write your name. Tony Niehaus.
Wasn't a series prediction.
Tony Niehaus loves Zingis. 5K
Both of these
Zingis
are officially L's in JSU's column.
Tony Niehaus loved
Porzingis. Trying to get an L in my column. You need your own.
No, you gotta go. Where's my pen and paper? I need a pen and paper. This is bullshit.
Let me pull out my pen.
Own pen and paper.
Let me pull out my pen to write on.
Yeah, I don't even have one of those. Unbelievable. Where's the Wendy's
Yeah,
meal?
we gotta schedule that too.
I'll tell
Pepe.
you, Tony is the one. He's supposed to tell me when, the time, like place, whenever. It's not me. It's not me, dude. I'll go. The Wendy's isn't close either. I got to drive like 15, 20 minutes. Whenever he
You
tells
don't
me
have
to,
a
though.
Wendy's within 20 minutes of you?
Not of me. Yeah, like
I thought
where's
like
the closest-
McDonald's and Wendy's and these places are like every mile.
So where I grew up, like my house when I was a kid, there was a McDonald's and a Burger King and a KFC, literally, Tony, in a triangle within a 5-minute walk of my house. And they were like all three right next to each other. Like Burger King, McDonald's were like this, and then the other one was like here. And they were all right there. But no Wendy's. The Wendy's was in a 2 towns over. It's not that bad. It's only like 15 minutes away, but yeah.
I think we gotta do it next week when we're down to 1-game slates, and we gotta do it next week.
Do I gotta bring it on the show? Maybe we'll do
that,
it
or we gotta get you to like film it while you're eating it at the place, which would be
if,
even better, honestly.
If I do, okay, I could probably do, maybe I'll do it on a day where I can get like one of my brothers to like come with me and they can film it or something like that. I don't want to do it I'll do it on a day when like Kelly's working though. So she doesn't have to be subjected to the Wendy's meal.
Yeah. And she's going to be subjected when you're pooping your pants back at the house after eating it.
Well, she'll be at work, so it'll be okay. You know what I mean?
The Baconator's the lead candidate of where we're going to there, the kid. I mean,
yeah, that's the thing too. Tony gets to pick the meal, so
I can't pick chicken either, because chicken won't hurt him. He might not even mind a spicy chicken.
I love how you're trying to hurt me.
Yeah.
Chicken.
That was the whole point. You were trying to make me walk barefoot in a mile or whatever we were talking about.
By the way, I want redemption. I want you to walk a mile. I want redemption this week. We gotta
pick a winner. Then you got to get one of your dusty ones in there. Like who's a fighter this week? Like, I haven't looked at it yet.
Well, I'll tell you who. The main fight, probably it's Gilbert Burns and Michael Morales. I don't think we'll have a fighter there. But like, what about I
mean, I'm not going to know yet because I got to actually look at it all.
What about like Okay. I'll wait for you then.
We'll get another one in there though. We'll get one in there.
The fighters on this card though, they're all like there's no like banger like fighters on this card. You know, like the best fighters on this card are literally.
It's always so dusty
Burns
after the pay-per-views.
Always.
Is Burns really plus 700?
Yes.
That's what. Good Lord.
Or something like that. So
that's crazy. Like, that's a big line. That's the main event.
That's the main event. Yeah.
There's a plus 700 in the main event.
Well, I don't know. Is he exactly plus 700?
What is he going to be? 100% owned, the other dude?
I mean, Michael Morales is not like a guy that, in my opinion, even for DFS, he's like 9,700. I don't think he's
a dream for me if he doesn't score good and he's going to be that high owned. That's my dream because everyone just shoves in those guys, and I go under.
I mean, if he finishes them, and if you think he finishes them in round 1, he'll score good probably. But if you think it's a decision, then I don't think he's going to score that great in the decision.
Even round 1, though, if you don't get a bonus, like sometimes it's not enough. Like if they win 2 minutes in and they don't do like a ton of like takedowns and stuff, you still only get like 100 points. 100's not enough at 9,700. Although I think it is only 11 fights too this week, right?
12, I think.
12?
Unless one fight got scrapped in the last.
I saw 11 somewhere.
Hour.
If it's only 11 and there's a minus 1,000, a minus 1,000.
DK showing 12, so maybe someone got scratched that I don't see, but DK still showing 12.
Too. I definitely didn't look close, but shove in Burns. The plus, I'm not going to do
Burns
that.
is plus 575 on DK. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see. Burns is tough though, man. He doesn't get finished early.
And he's got to be dirt cheap. If the other dude's 97, what's he?
65.
Yeah,
65.
You get to a point on a short card where you can start making cases that if he makes it 5 rounds, that you can score enough at 65.
You can make the case he was beating Jack Della Maddalena. Well, he was beating Jack Della Maddalena
I mean, he's
until
tough. He's just a loose cannon.
Until he got finished in that third round.
And he gasses too.
But he gives you heart. He has heart.
He will 100% give you heart. He just
yeah. I mean, look at all these guys he's facing too. Like he's went the distance with Muhammad Brady.
Burns definitely retiring after this match. Probably after. I mean, that's a big line.
Yeah, it's definitely a big line. I think people are definitely feeling the fade and the younger fighter coming up. So we'll see. Well, maybe we'll find one down the line there. But back to the hoops, anyways, Tony. And anything else from yesterday? I mean, we kind of touched on it already. Warriors done. Minnesota on to the next round. Minnesota, that was another team we gave out what were they, 14-1 at one point?
And that was the one we talked up like stone cold lock for the series too, which granted we got a little lucky with Steph, whatever. It doesn't matter. They don't ask you when you get to the ticket window. That was our big bet. It was a winner, 4-1. It doesn't matter that we got a little luck. They would have won anyways, but we got a little lucky to how easy it was. It was very easy, but whatever. We got 2 in. Pacers, big dog, big bet, Minnesota 2-0. So now, I mean, we're literally free rolling for one, you didn't even bet the Knicks one. I bet the Knicks, but Knicks and Denver.
Denver's
probably going to lose.
But I have Minnesota because we gave out Minnesota to win the West at when it was like 14-1.
Indiana.
And Indiana was like 22-1. So
everything's been dialed for the playoffs. We just got to keep it going. We got to keep it going all the way through.
I mean, keep it going with these dogs. I mean, I don't know how big the dogs are going to be in the next round, but I think it'll be
much more competitive series.
Closer line too. Well, if OKC wins, maybe that line will be decent if they win.
It can't be that high though. It can't be like these series. I mean, it just can't be.
Oh, I mean, the Nuggets was what, like plus 500? Yeah, what was the Nuggets when we bet it in the beginning?
I know it was minus 800 for the OKC, but I don't know what the plus was. I think it was even 600, 500 or 600.
Yeah. I mean, Minnesota's got to be like 3, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm off. Maybe
I've been off on the prices. That's why I keep betting the dogs. I can't believe how wide I hope it's that wide.
I hope so. I mean, they're like minus 120 to win.
OKC that much. They're just. I think I'm going to be on Minnesota for sure.
OKC to win it all is minus 125. The next best price is the T-Wolves at plus 550. So,
which will be, I mean, it's going to widen for sure when OKC officially finishes too.
That's what I'm saying.
It can't be more than like minus 300 or something. It can't be.
Well,
if it is, I'm just going to pound Minnesota.
I mean, I'm going to do it anyways, but if it is, I'm definitely going to go in a little further on that because that'll just be crazy wide. I do think that both West teams have an advantage over the East teams, but
especially I mean with Tatum now, like I can't physically see the East winning.
I mean, but Halliburton's good, man. We talked about it.
I can't see him beating these dogs in the West, though. I think it's. I guess it depends on who gets there.
I got a question.
But man,
I got a question. Who would you rather have at the end of a game? Ant, SGA, Jalen Brunson, or Tyrese Halliburton?
I mean, I don't know. That's a good one. They're all killers. It definitely wouldn't be SGA. I'll tell you that much.
Well, and that's
he would clearly be my 4th.
He'd be the 4th. Like, how would you rank those guys? Like,
the other ones are very, very similar to me. I mean, it wouldn't be Halliburton either, even though I know he's been awesome.
I think it's got to be Ant and JB 1, 2, however you rank them.
It's disappointed me a little bit this series too. I haven't loved how he's looked. He's been awesome, but I've been more impressed with.
So would you take Brunson? So would you take? Brunson?
Then I'm like, can I really take Brunson over these other guys? And I don't. It's tough. It's a good question. It's a really good question. Mars, if you're listening, ask Legs that question. Who would he rather have late in a game? Those 4 guys. We're not talking about the full thing, are we? I thought we were talking about just last possession. He's not playing defense on that. If defense is included, I'm definitely taking Ant.
Who would you rather have late in the game?
Yeah, I'd rather Ant for sure then because he plays defense.
Yeah.
I thought it
Ant
was
would be
literally
one.
just like 10 seconds. Who you want?
I mean, that's probably a better, closer question, right?
Because those
Who would
other
you
guys,
rather
I mean,
have?
Halliburton and Brunson don't play defense. SGA doesn't play defense.
Okay, so then who would you rather have for the last possession of a game to win it?
That
To
was
win it
what
all.
I was answering the first time, where I think it's super close.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'd
All
probably
right.
still go Ant. I mean, I like how cocky Ant is.
Man, point right at you after he dunks on you too. You can't get that.
Brunson is tough though, man. He gets. I probably if it was just offense in one possession, because he creates fouls too. That's a good question. That's one of the best questions I've ever. Usually, I always have a clear answer because I could even say Halliburton. Halliburton gets whatever he wants.
Always.
Like whatever,
Yeah.
and to the rim. I mean, he scored over Giannis in the first round to win it.
Well, I saw someone, I think it was your boy Wilson on Twitter, put out the question of who would you rather have, Ant or SGA in the next series?
See ya. Deuces. This channel's whack. See ya.
Later, buddy. And I was like, oh, let's extend that. Let's try and make this like a whole thing. And then I kind of bridged out on that and said, let me see if I can make this even tougher question, because I thought that was pretty easy. But yeah, bro,
Shay,
mad. I don't know why.
That's a different question too. Shay's obviously Shay's amazing. You're still picking who, and Denver has done it. We said it all series. Like OKC's done great on Jokic, and Denver's done great on S. And it's been fun to watch for me.
But we're comparing him to other amazing people. So what's the like? It's like they're all like really.
I would go with those other guys in crunch time over him. But that doesn't mean that it's not splitting hairs. They're all amazing. Definitely Jokic is amazing. Hairs. He hit a freaking somber shuffle with the game on the line the other day.
There's a reason why I left Jokic out of the question. By the way,
I honestly, I probably wouldn't pick him over though when the game's like actually. What about Jamal Murray with the game on the line? He's hit a ton of big shots over the years.
He has. He's got a track record. I don't think now I could take Jamal. Though.
I mean, Jamal's definitely struggled a little bit.
Yeah, I would have to take JB over Jamal. I'd take Ant, I think, but.
Someone was using the example. It's kind of my point always what it's been is Jokic is so good, like, and we think Jamal's been good. But what would Dame Lillard look like coming off these Jokic actions and stuff? He'd be crushing too. A lot of guys, Jalen Brunson be crushing. Like you get a lot just playing with Jokic.
Yeah, Jokic makes everything a lot easier. Like Jalen Brunson would love it. Like if
you flip teams, like Jalen Brunson's and stuff? I mean, the Nuggets would roll.
Yeah,
Brunson would be amazing alongside Jokic.
I mean,
imagine people having to defend that high screen where he uses his body and the screen's right there. Good luck.
I would love to see Hallie and Jokic would be fun because they're two selfless
and
guys.
They like to pass.
Yeah, they play. I think they play off each other really well because they just make the right play all the time. Like we're
never going to see it, unfortunately.
The right play is going to be made.
All Jamal Jokic for their whole peaks.
I'm not rocket sauce. I'm not giving my guy some pets. I got him. He's here. So Reggie enjoying the show as usual. Loves talking ball. Loves talking ball with the people. All right, Tony, let's get into this showdown slate here. Only one game, obviously, tonight. Nuggets and OKC. This game is in Denver. OKC up one game on your Nuggets. It could be closing time, or is it closing time for the Denver Nuggets here? That's the first question I got for you.
So they've blown 2 straight games. At the very least, they should have won one of those games, and it would be an entirely different series right now where you got a chance to close things out tonight in Game 6. Instead, it's the other way. I love the Nuggets in these spots where they just have been so good over the years, since the bubble, even before, when they get late in these series. I think they were down 3-1 twice in the bubble and came back and won, if I remember correctly. But they're tough. They're a tough team. The one thing that bothers me, though, is what I was saying in that Knicks series where you just play around with variance a little too much, where I think they played better the last 2 games than OKC. OKC's due to play better than them in a game, which does worry me a little bit that they're just due to play their best game, because I don't think we've seen OKC's best game. Denver's kind of confused them with that zone, all the stuff like that. I'm nervous, but I do think Denver wins tonight. I think they play great. I think they're just a tough team. And can they win game 7 in OKC? I mean, OKC will be favored by 10 again, 11. You're going to need Jokic to be incredible. If Jokic plays bad in game 7, you're going to lose, but that's how it should be. And yeah, I'm not ready to give up yet. I think the Nuggets are going to come to play tonight. I think we'll see their best effort, and the role guys are going to not miss every shot, hopefully, in the fourth, because I gave them credit. I did. A couple of those wins, 1 or 2 of those wins, I said the role players played great and won it. And I was even like, man, this has got to be nice for Jokic. The one game, I can't remember if it was this series or the Clippers, probably the Clippers, where he literally just was like smiling out there because of how good everyone was. But now I got to go back to where, I mean, the last 2 games, the role players have just not been it at all. They got to give something. And the problem is Jokic was so good last game. They just have to win that game. They have, if he's that good, if you get A+ Jokic, you should never lose, really. And they still lost, which is concerning. But I think they win tonight. I think that
that just tells you how bad those others were, though. Like everyone else,
so
pretty much.
Look at the shots. I think we did it on the show. Like,
we were in through it.
2 for 8, 2 for 9, 1 for 10. Oh, like you can't miss that many shots. And we've said it the whole time. You need either Westbrook or Porter to be good, and they were both horrendous. I just, man. But the good thing is you still got Jokic. You're still at home. And they're the more motivated team, I would say, too, which always matters in a series. OKC's got the momentum back. I think it's a good spot. And showdowns are always the best with the Nuggets because they're only going to play 6 guys, especially with their season on the line.
Yeah.
Tonight's not the night with the rotation.
They're the more, like experienced team, obviously, in bigger games. It's clear to me if there was ever a Denver spot, that this is it right here. And I do think that, outside of like everyone thinks Jokic is going to be good, but like this screams Jamal Murray. Like if Jamal Murray were to ever have a game, he does like the big shots. He tried to make last game kind of his game with Jokic. I mean, he shot 27 times. I will be stunned if Jamal Murray does not again be that aggressive because he knows the others are just ultimately not going to get it. It has to be him and Jokic, I think. MPJ's banged up. Aaron Gordon has pretty much given them as much as you can ask, in my opinion, of Aaron Gordon, even though he didn't hit as many threes last game. But really, you shouldn't be counting on Aaron Gordon to make a ton of threes to save you in the first place. He's been awesome in this series and in the playoffs, just in general. You can't ask more out of him and what he's given them. It's more just comes down to like MPJ. I mean, Christian Brown's going to give you the same thing every single time. He's just going to give you hustle. He's going to be, he's going to have chances to make plays, turn defense into offense, run the floor, hopefully hit a couple open J's, and then just play tough defense and rebound and stuff like that. That's what he does. It comes down to, though, MPJ, Russell Westbrook, and for me, Jamal Murray, like those 3 guys. Can 2 of those guys come out and give this team a good game at home? I feel like the way MPJ's played, especially last game and stuff like that, where he was just so bad, I won't be shocked if they go quicker to Westbrook here. And I know Westbrook wasn't good either, but they've shown that even when he's not great, like offensively, they'll still stick with him at times. And I could see this, again, him being Russell Westbrook, playing in a ton of big games and stuff like that. I could see it being Westbrook and Jamal here. And Tony, I think that's what it comes down to. I think you're going to get a game from Jokic. It's got to be a Jamal game, though, here, or a Westbrook resurgence. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to need it for sure. And when they've won, Westbrook's been good, at least most of the time, or MPJ, one of the 2. I actually think it comes down to those 2. Jamal's got to be good. I mean, no doubt about it. He's got to be. He can't miss every shot. And after the first quarter last game, I don't know what his overall shooting was after the first, but it was horrible. I mean, he missed so many shots. He's got to be good, but I feel confident I'll even say MPJ. I won't even say Russ in this equation. If MPJ plays good and makes those shots like the threes and gets some rebounds, I think I'm very confident they win. If he's terrible, they probably lose. It sounds stupid to say this, but I've watched the Nuggets. They're just a different team when he plays good. His size, they need him out there. And he's a max player. The dude gets max money. He's got to be better. I don't care about the freaking shoulder. Like, you're a max player. Go play.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of what I said. And it seems like that way where it's like MPJ or Russ. Like in the playoffs, when they've won games, it seems like one of these guys is giving them a good game. Yep. So, that would make sense that you're like, okay, one of these guys has to play well. Does that mean that in DFS you want to shove one of these guys on most of your teams?
I just think you got to shove Denver overall. I mean, here, I'll screen share again just so we have something up. Saber. So, I mean, you just don't have guys, and let me get rid of these scrubs. I mean, you got, even with Strother, you got 8 guys. Strother's not going to play much. Strother has played good, but with their season on the line, they're only going to go to Strother if these other guys are just sucking again and they need some sort of boost. So, I don't know. Like, all these guys are in play, but the guys you trust the most are obviously Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown. I feel really good that they'll be good just because they're consistent and solid. The unknowns are Jamal, who's 9,600, super expensive, Porter and Russ. But the problem is these guys are even getting a little bit more pricey to where, I mean, Peyton Watson's been good the last couple games. Yeah, look at that. MPJ scored. I mean, he had the one game. And what happened the one game? They were freaking awesome when he played good. So, I mean, I personally am just going to make it easy, like always. And for sure, obviously, jam Jokic as much as you can. Let's run the numbers real quick. Let's do a little Saber test on the show since it's only one game. So, like, let's just say we bump him to like 75. Let's leave Jamal. Let's leave Gordon. Those are solid. Let's bump Gordon a little bit. Let's bump him up a little. Let's leave Jamal, though. Let's leave these guys. Peyton Watson's fine. Strother's fine.
I don't know about 5-1 because I still think you're going to need some cheapies from the other side in your builds.
You don't need to look at, like, NFL, I always like looking at it like that. I don't like looking at it as much like that, where 5-1s are tough in NBA, though, just because the only way it could really happen is if Denver just pounded them. And even then, some of these cheap guys for OKC still might hit in there. But
that's my thing. Is like, I think someone will definitely hit in there because OKC is going to play these cheap guys anyways in the beginning. So and Denver's going to make sure they have this game won. Remember, they were up 20 in that game against, was it the Clippers, when Jokic just like stayed in the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like they are going to, and this is it, like they win or they go home. So like, if you don't think Jokic in Denver is going to make sure this game is legit, all set before they start pulling people. So like OKC cheapies are definitely better than Denver cheapies.
Denver's not pulling guys unless it's over. And I'm talking over with 3 minutes left.
Correct. Exactly.
Or up just an absurd amount, like up 30 or something, where you're just not coming back. But so yeah,
even then they'll probably wait until like the 5-minute mark.
It is crazy though. Like, so this is where I always have to tinker with it though. So just running it. Oh God, here it goes again with this Saber thing that we were doing on the show, where it starts scrolling up on me. I can't do it.
Where's Andy from Saber? We got to fix this. Let's go.
I'm trying to scroll slow to where it doesn't jolt me back upward. But like that build right there, I mean, seems bad to me. Just looking at it is my optimal. I mean, Jalen Williams, Hartenstein, Dort. I mean, if there's a guy I don't want to play off that last game, it's freaking Dort. I mean, he hit 3 threes and still barely did anything.
He had 18 fantasy points with 4. He had 4 threes. Yeah. He hit 4 for 8 from 3, and he had 18 fantasy points.
Yeah, which I just it's weird though that Shea doesn't hit any, which is expected because Jokic I projected for 75, but I'm actually surprised that I get that much of Jalen and Jamal, and then utility. Let's see. So we get a ton of Shea. Peyton Watson, I think, is probably the best play tonight as far as the cheapies, just because he's been playing good and he's just still so cheap that, I mean, it's tough not to get there, really. Some of those OKC guys aren't guaranteed to play, too. So, like, last game, we were right on our calls with Wiggins and Wallace and Jalen, but then they just didn't play because OKC wanted to close this thing out. So, I actually think, and look at the price difference too. Like, they're double the price of, well, not double, but Kaysen's almost double. But all these guys are more.
Yeah,
I think he's like by far the best cheap play. And OKC could just try to shut this thing down too, and it'll depend a lot on just the game flow. Like, if it's a close game, I think they'll just go with these guys, which makes Caruso a great play too at only 5,200. But
because they hate young guys.
Believe me, it's been what's tilted me forever. It was you. I thought it was Mike Malone, but it's still his coaching staff there, even if he's not there. When it's that bad, because like last game, you knew for 100% fact that you had bad MPJ and you had bad Russ because you saw it for 3 quarters. They were horrendous.
And so Watson was really good in the beginning. Like, really good.
And I don't know why they don't just do that, because, I mean, no matter what, you're playing these other guys. You're playing Jamal, you're playing Brown, and you're playing Gordon. So you only have one open spot. Play whoever's playing. And if you know what, if he comes in playing bad too, throw another guy in there. Throw anyone in there. Find a guy that can play with these other 4. You can't, when MPJ's like that, it doesn't turn around. He's easy to predict. If he makes his first couple shots, he's going to have a good game. If he like air balls and then a ball bounces off his hand, he's cutting back door and he's kicking it out of bounds, just sit him down.
When he can't catch easy passes that hit his hands and they just fumbles, and he fumbles it, like, yeah, you sit him down. Like, he's not there. He's out of it at some point. Tony, so I wanted to see what, like, the top Jamal. So if you do like Jamal, Jokic, SGA, and Peyton Watson, that leaves 3,900 for your final 2 spots. I know you're more preference to the Jokic cap, but
he is very expensive. Is the flip side to it? He's very expensive. So
very expensive.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, you can still play like another really good player if you want to punt one more spot. If you like another 1K guy, you can still get in like a really good player, or you can go like the 2 kind of cheapy route. And listen, OKC, at home, they did kind of run their guys a little tighter. On the road, up a game, they might go back to playing a little more Wiggins and a little more Jalen with a Y and a little more Kaysen. Like, it could happen here. So I don't know if it's 100% set in stone that they go as tight as they did last game. It could be. It could be, but I'm not sure that's like 100%. I think they wanted that. They didn't want to go to Denver down 1 game, right? So that game was like very big for them in a way. And I think they're a team that's very comfortable if they did have to go back home to like win 1 more game. So I don't know. Do you think that they kind of slim it down like they did last game?
They slim it down for sure. I think both teams slim it down because, I mean, you can say whatever you want about OKC, but they want to close it too. They know Minnesota's done now. They want to close this puppy for sure.
Okay, there you go. I see
the Jokic thing. I'm glad you brought that up because the Jokic thing might be a dilemma more than I realized, where his price is just insane. And I mean,
and he's had some bad games, like bad from a fantasy standpoint. I'm saying, like, for him, like.
He's just going to play. The hard part for me is he's just going to play 45 minutes again. And it's just like, how is he not getting 75 or 80 in 45 minutes? And it's just, but the prices are just so even like this is why I love tinkering with Saber though, because like you can just crank him and see what happens. Like he's at 75 right now and everyone else is kind of at lower numbers than you would put him. And he just only hits this thing. But Like, so the main build, even with him at 75 points, he doesn't hit the optimal for me, which is crazy to me.
How many teams does he hit in the
Actually,
captain?
that was with Saber. So if I go projected score, like, so look at this build. Oh, no, stop scrolling up on me. Like, this is an interesting one, though. So this is a build, like, if you think OKC closes it tonight. Jokic with Peyton Watson, and then 3, I consider guys that'll play a ton for OKC. Caruso, Hartenstein, SGA. So you got the 2 studs. And then Jalen, so you got 2 cheapies from each side. I think this build right here is very, very good. Like, even though you're fading those Nuggets role guys, if you think OKC closes this game tonight, I think this could easily be the winning build.
Yeah, because all those role players have bad games, but Jokic, just like last time. And then you get the Peyton Watson cheapie and then all OKC for 2. Like, yeah, that makes sense. That could easily happen again. So it's kind of what happened last game, right?
Yep.
For the most part, anyways. So SGA fade or Joker fade, go all mid players, but I think Joker has to have a better game. Well, a better game.
Just
He
me
had a great
personally
game
in Showdown. When you got cheapies too, I don't see how you can fade Jokic, but more power to you if you can. I mean, he's just going to play all night. I can't, but maybe, I mean, you could.
Yeah, he's not coming out like in the fourth quarter. Like, I don't think, anyways.
There's just no way, unless it's a blowout. He's playing 45 minutes. Like,
they're gonna ride with their guys. Like, this team is, we know what they're gonna do. They're gonna ride with their main guys.
Like, there's no guesswork with them at all.
Yeah, there's no way he's got, like, these guys want to stay in. They're staying in. Like, they're not playing around with it. Like, there's just no way. So, yeah, I mean. So what are you doing with the Denver mid-tier guys like Christian Brown, MPJ, Russ? Do you have like Aaron Gordon? Are you ranking them a certain way? Do you have MPJ over Russ? Do you have Russ over MPJ? What are you doing there?
I mean, so I'm ranking them definitely my 2. The funny part is the 2 that I like the best are somehow not projecting for me. So I got to dig more into the numbers because it might just be price things, but I mean, I trust Gordon and Brown the most, but they must just not fit with the Jokic captain with the way the pricing goes. So I'm going to bump Denver guys too, though. So I think Denver wins tonight, and I think they play 6-7 guys. So I want Denver guys. Like you said, OKC still has more room for one, they can lose. Their season's not on the line. For 2, they have 10, 11 guys they want to play. There's just a lot more guesswork on the road than I'm just shoving Denver. That's what I'm doing personally. And if they play good, like we said, MPJ's got to play good. So I mean, the problem is his projection's already 24. I really can't go, I mean, that much higher than that, even if I wanted to. So I'm going to let Saber do the work, but yeah, I mean, I'm shoving these Denver guys. And I still think Peyton Watson's the best cheap play. So no matter what, you got Jokic, Watson. I mean, I'll probably end up with a lot of 4-2 Denver sides.
Yeah, I mean, Strother could get cut out a lot. Peyton Watson,
He could DNP. Easy could DNP.
Yeah, I don't think he's a for sure either way. But again, he's cheap, so it doesn't really matter at that point.
And he's the main beneficiary if these 2 come out and suck again. If they come out and suck, Strother will play. But say MPJ comes out and we get good, I think we get good MPJ tonight. He's got pride. He's back home. If he comes out and makes a couple shots early and Westbrook comes in with energy, why can't we get a good game from both of them tonight and change things?
I was going to say, I kind of like one of these guys. Like, don't play them both together, but like
if they
one
play
of them.
Good, Strother could easily not play.
Aaron Gordon was defending the shit out of Russ after that game because of some like ESPN article or something. People were shitting on Russ or something like that because of a meeting where guys were arguing or whatever it was. And Aaron Gordon came out like after, he's like, I don't want to talk about the game. I want to talk about Russ, and literally just went in on like how Russ is awesome and they love Russ and he's amazing. He's a Hall of Fame player. And I don't know. I just feel like guys like Russ, even though I like you, I'm not always like, oh, Russ needs to be this, that. But like Russ is, at the end of the day, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. Like he is one of those guys. So the crowd too, the energy, that's what Russ does. Like he comes in, he's going to try and bring energy. I could see him being a big factor in this game, if that's the case. And, I kind of like that. So I might lean into Russ a little bit more. But either way, I think one of them has to be decent. And the prices, like even if you lock Jokic in the flex, like he's still a lot, man. And that's probably why you're not getting as much of these mid tier.
It just makes it for me personally, and this is what I think we do good. I'm just going to force it though. I'm going to do what I do, and I'm going to probably put just SGA and Jokic in the captain. And
they're not giving. I'll bet you whatever you want. I think this is Bogarts too. I'll bet you whatever you want though that they are not in a game. Pretty much, this is game 7 for them because if they look in this closeout game, they're not giving these guys a rest.
They're at home. They got to win.
They're not giving these guys a rest. I'm telling you right now. There's no way they're going to allow it unless they're just up a crazy amount,
or they just suck. Like those guys, he can do it if those guys are horrible.
Yeah, in a close game, they are not giving these guys a big rest. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
No way. Coach can say whatever he wants. They're gassed. Doesn't matter. There's no way. And they are probably tired. They went 7 with the Clippers, and they played a shitload of minutes in that series. And now they're doing it pretty much here in this series. So, yeah, they are probably tired. But at the end of the day, you ride with what you do. This is what Nuggets do. We've talked about it. I don't think it's changing. I don't think they're changing.
These are the builds I like Zero Gravity says. Jokic, MPJ, 2 good OKC guys, Hardenstein, Caruso, and then Watson and Gordon. Those are the builds I want tonight for sure. I think when it's hard to get Jokic captain is when you want to shove it even more. And the thing that people never account for is you never account for the cheapies, the Cornets, these guys just coming in and playing good. The Strawther comes in and gets 15 tonight.
Yeah, they're accounting for them sucking. That's what they're doing. They're accounting for them sucking, though.
Well, watch what happens though. Once you give just anybody, it doesn't have to be these two, but you give just 2 cheapies. Watch how much things change if you give 2 cheapies some good games. Which we're always working on projections that aren't accounting for a lot of stuff. So let's see. We had 50% Jokic before. Now we have 100% Jokic. That quick. Like that quick. Just because we bumped 2 scrubs up to 15.
And also, by the way, I saw someone in our Discord ask the question, like, when you guys go into Saber, like, what do you guys do to like get better lineups or like to change things like from the norm and stuff like that? It's like, well, you got to
look at that build right there.
You got to change the projections on some of these guys, or you're going to have the same shit. And it's like, look what Tony just did just by changing. Would you change 2 players?
That team is that quick with one little change.
You change 2 players' projections, and all of a sudden you got 100%.
I changed Jokic too, to be fair, to 70.
Okay, so 2 projections. So 2 projections.
The scrub thing, yeah. But like, look how good that build is. I think that build is so much better than that Dort build we had earlier.
Yeah, and what's this build? Like kind of Denver kind of rolls a little bit?
You still got Jalen and Hardenstein, and you got Jamal and Jokic. Like, that is a great build. And you can alternate these cheapies. Oh, the Saber. I got to get the Saber off. It's killing me with this scroll.
You got to get to talking to Saber about that scroll thing, that scroll issue.
Scroll is brutal.
It never used to be like that, too. No, and then all of a sudden.
I just picked it up like that because it wasn't doing this when we used to scroll.
No, definitely not. But, Jalen Williams is a fade tonight. I mean, he's expensive for sure. Again, though, in your non-SGA builds, these will be what you get. Like the Jalen Williams,
expensive for sure, but I think that could be another rule that I want. Though is I want 2 of OKC's like core guys, which is I would even put like
Chat.
Caruso. I would put Caruso in there, as weird as that sounds too, though, because in close game and his price point, I trust him. So like the 4 good guys in Caruso, I want like 2 of those guys, which this build has.
So like out of the 5, Caruso, Chet, Hartenstein, SGA, Jalen Williams,
Yeah,
you want
like
2?
because I think they condense their rotation too. I do. They have a chance to close. So, and then you put all the cheapies in a bucket, the OKC cheapies, the Denver cheapies. You throw them all in there and you see what you get.
Yeah, I kind of like that rule, especially if you think that they condense. Because
So
if that's the
all
case,
your teams will look something like this, though. You'll have Jokic with another Denver guy. You'll have 2 good OKC guys and then 2 cheapies. That's where I want to live tonight.
Is there? I saw someone ask about Isaiah Joe in the chat. Is there like any one of these like random others that you would like project or give them anything at 1K? I mean, I don't see much, but
look. So I mean, obviously, we already talked about Watson and Strawther. I mean,
I definitely don't like the Denver 1K guys.
I was just
like
making sure we weren't like fully missing someone, though. Like, you just never know what could happen. And if we want to force Jokic, I know you make fun of me about Zeke, but he played 3 minutes the one game. I might include Zeke in there, but I agree with you on the surface, though. They're not going to play guys. So the OKC side. Isaiah Joe at 1K. Yeah, I mean, definitely include him. Yeah, I think we're good enough with the guys we got. I mean, you got Isaiah Joe and Strawther are 1K. You don't need more than that. And then you got all these other cheapies that are a little bit more. Because Isaiah Joe and Strawther are going to play at least a little.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why, and we both think this game stays close. I think
I definitely think it stays close.
If you think this game is a blowout, then you could add more guys to the pool. You know what I mean? If you think this game is a blowout, you could add a Pickett or a Kenrich Williams. Like if you think it's a blowout and you want to just add guys like that, just for randomness and get like 5% of them. But yeah, if you think it's close, then it's probably more along the lines of what Tony said, where they condense and Denver plays who they play, and OKC. If they condense, then it's really you're going to want at least 5 guys that are in that condensed playing time, and then like the one random guy, which was that build that Tony showed in the beginning with the Jalen with the Y, was like the one random guy, and everyone else was like condensed roles pretty much. So, yeah, it kind of makes sense here. Are you going to add anyone else? Are you going to just like have all those Denver guys in your captain pool, or are you going to literally just slam Jokic?
I'm going to slam Jokic for sure. The dude's
no
going to play 45 minutes, and he's getting slammed.
No Jamal?
I got to play with the numbers, so I don't want to say for sure on an 11:30 show, but I don't see myself doing that. Jamal hasn't been good enough.
I think I got to play some Jamal. He took, I keep saying it, but he took 27 shots last game. I think he's going to be aggressive again this game. I don't like it wasn't just Jokic. Both those guys, I view, even though Jokic is obviously by far their best player, Jamal is still the second guy. And I think he still views himself that way. Whether he is or not now is up for discussion, I guess, with how good Aaron Gordon's been. But I think he's going to still go out there and, try and catch fire. And we know one thing about Jamal, Tony, he can catch fire like that. Like he can when he gets hot.
It is funny though. Like it's not going to make excuse, but like Jokic needs help. Like in the series, Jamal, they played 5 games. He's gone 38, 23, 54, 30, and 39 as a number 2 guy on a team. Only 1 game above 39 fantasy points is just not enough help. He's got to be good. He's
to be
got
fair,
to be
OKC
better.
is a nightmare matchup for someone like Jamal.
I get it,
It's
but like
nightmare,
so think about it though, just from the construction of the Nuggets. MPJ and Jamal are your other 2 max players. Like, I mean, I'm just saying. And granted, Aaron Gordon and Brown are cheaper and have been amazing. So,
yeah.
But still, like Jamal, you got to be better.
Aaron Gordon has given them
He's been
so
amazing.
much. You were away when I was talking about, but like he has probably been their second best player in this playoffs. Like, so, he's kind of covered for some of those bad guys.
For sure. And buzzer beaters and tip ins. And
Yeah.
Aaron Gordon's amazing. I love the Denver starters. So I'm not even making it sound. I'm just saying they got to be better. If you want to beat OKC, you got to be better. That simple.
Is this your burner?
No, because if it was my burner, it wouldn't say big in that sentence.
That's a good point, actually. You're right. It would just say best player in the NBA history. That's a good point.
The big's the one that I don't want to talk about it for another 10 minutes, but the big is the one that I would stand by without even like joking about it.
The problem is I don't think you're joking about either of them.
Well, I'm not, but like
I know you're not.
Sound more like I'm joking.
I know you're not. Stop. Honestly, I know when you're lying.
Kind of a joke because I don't know how you compare like Jokic to Jordan and LeBron and these guys. They're just like very different in the way they play. I would compare Jokic more to like Magic.
I mean, I think LeBron and MJ are extremely different.
But they were like that where
so
they were
many
generation players.
But they're in so many ways they are different. Like
different the way they played, but the 80s and 90s it was all Jordan. The 2000s and I mean whenever LeBron came in, 2000 to 2020,
LeBron and then Steph, and then Jokic.
Yeah, that's not the case with Jokic. Like it's not, even though he's won 3 MVPs and a title and been the best player for 5 or 6. It's not like everyone's like this is the Jokic era.
Yeah, because no one looks at him that way. Because no one's ever looked at him
3 MVPs anyway.
You know why? No one's ever looked at a big that way, I don't think.
Shaq probably. Well, not in the GOAT territory.
Kobe. And then he went and it was D Wade. D Wade was amazing too. Don't get me wrong. D Wade was unbelievable. But like,
how many people have more than 3 MVPs?
Can't be many. That's why all the old heads were pissed that he won them.
And then he got screwed out of the 4th one.
He definitely got screwed.
And probably screwed out of the 5th one now. I mean, he's been the best player by a mile the last 5 years.
It's not. I don't even know how people can argue.
This year's not even close. Watch this series. SGA is not even close to him.
Yeah, it's not even close. It's just I don't even know how it's an argument. That's why I don't even want to like get into it because it's not an argument. It's just not. Even the last series, like Memphis was just terrible. Like it wasn't like it's just they were terrible.
Like, I'm an SGA hater too, though, so that's part of the issue. I just don't like his style. I don't like having to foul bait. I just don't like it.
Yeah, I mean he is smooth though. He is like smooth,
insanely smooth, and it's a skill. Harden, it's a skill to draw fouls.
It's a skill,
and they are fouls. They
Jalen Brunson, it's a skill, man. It really.
And
is.
I respect it as a basketball player and teaching my son to play this. I'm teaching him to play like these guys, like pump fake, get into them. I respect it. I do. It doesn't mean I have to like the style of it though. It suits Grayson more than it suits me too. As like a big guy, he's more of a guard. Like. Get crafty, Euro in there.
That's until he shoots up like 8 inches in the summer.
Still not going to hurt him having those skills like the shot fakes and stuff.
No, it's definitely. You always want to have the guard skills. Everyone starts out short.
Yeah.
Even if you're tall for your size, you're still like
you can
short.
learn a lot from Brunson and SGA and Halliburton and all these guys. Just
because think about it though, even Jalen Brunson, like he's got footwork, like down low, like he's got even when he gets in the paint, he's got like actual.
JSU's burner, not even top 5 best players. Oh, JSU, get out of your burner, JSU.
Put me in the game, Coach Chris.
Not even top 5.
That's not my burner, but Coach Chris, we would definitely be
friends.
I'll tell you that, Coach Chris, we would definitely be friends because that's a man's take right there. That's a man's take.
We got to find baseball winners. Get us out.
Not the man crush that Big T has on Braun. The man takes right there from Chris. Love that.
Oh, now we got not a top 15 of all time. They're just piling on LeBron now.
I love it. This is my chat right now. What happened to this chat? I love it. This is amazing. Now people are waking up. It's the best. It's the best. See, Beanair, we're back. We're back arm in arm finally, Beanair. Me and you. We went head to head. Now we're back arm in arm. All right.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
Yes.
Who's that coach that said that?
That's such a
The Gundy
the
from
college football
OKC?
coach. It was the college football
From
coach,
Okie
right?
State.
Yes, from OK. Van Gundy? Was his name Mike?
Yeah,
I think
Gundy,
his name was
not
Mike.
Van Gundy, but Gundy.
Gundy. Yeah. I'm a man. I'm 40. That was a great one right there. All right, that's gonna do it here for the show. Tony, are you betting the Nuggets before we get out of here?
Absolutely, I'm betting the Nuggets.
I'm betting the Nuggets too here. I'm betting the money line. So we don't need the what's the spread? Let's just see real quick. It's 4.5 plus 150. Okay. All right, they're learning after all these dog prices where we're getting like plus 200 on like everything. We're getting plus 150, but it's all right. We'll still roll with it here with the Nuggies. You're jamming Jokic. I'm gonna play some Jamal. I think personally in the captain, and I think we gave the people kind of a good look at what the game plan is. Obviously, if you want more of the content, you can come check us out over at runpuresports.com. RPS 15 for the promo code. If you guys want to get in, you use that promo code for a week or a month, up to you. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. We got to get the baseball winners up. Locks at 12:15 Eastern time. So if you're in the baseball winners, sign up, get those cores up for you guys in a little bit. For Big T and myself, good luck in your DraftKings DFS and betting stuff. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We're out of here. Peace.